Introduction. In this article, I'll share the psychological strategies employed by the top educators to get any woman to like you. Strong techniques that expedite the process of winning a woman over. Let's begin with trick number 1. First trick, smile. Sometimes all it takes to make a good impression on a girl is a simple grin. I suggest that before approaching a girl, you want to impress her with a small smile because her brain will perceive you as someone positive, friendly, and attractive. Watch the video through to the end because I will reveal the FBI's most common tactic, which can easily seduce anyone, in second trick number 2. A study from the University of Clare Conway in the UK found that people who smile and make direct eye contact during a first encounter are perceived as more attractive and interesting. The subjects interviewed reported feeling more at ease around happy, confident faces. Saying a girl's name is the most important word to our ears. According to some experts, calling someone by their name makes them feel special and valued, which makes it easier to build a deeper connection with them. To achieve this effect, ask her for her name and then mention it at least 3 times during your conversation. You'll notice that she may feel a little nervous because mentioning her name makes her feel special and unique. Trick number 3. Mirror her gestures. There is a psychological phenomenon known as the chameleon effect, which states that we have a tendency to unconsciously imitate the person we are interacting with, especially if we like them. When speaking to a girl you want to impress, subtly mimic her actions, such as when she looks down and then back up, to make them like you, since their brains will perceive that you are similar or have a lot in common. After a little pause, repeat trick number 4. Show genuine interest in what she's saying by looking into her eyes or at her forehead while she speaks. This is trick number 4. It doesn't matter if you hear her perfectly or if you're close to her. If you don't look into her eyes, she might assume you don't care much about what she's saying. A psychological phenomenon known as the gaze effect demonstrates that looking someone in the eye builds a stronger bond, boosts trust, and causes her brain to recognize you. Trick number. According to Maria Monod's Book of Man Formation, there is no subject more fascinating than one that someone loves. So the 5th trick is to talk about things that fascinate her. People often spend time listening to someone talk about their favorite subjects in order to impress a female. If at all possible, find out what she is enthusiastic about beforehand. If not, ask in the comments how to find out what attracts a girl. Trick number 6. Trick number 6. Request a tiny favor. The Benjamin Franklin effect is a psychological phenomenon that can help a woman like you more. According to this effect, people tend to like people they do favors for, even if they didn't like them at first. Their brains work hard to maintain consistency between doing someone a favor and how they perceive them. So ask for small favors to change how she perceives you. For instance, if you know the woman well enough, ask her to tell you what time it is or to lend me a pencil. If you don't yet, ask her, "Excuse me, miss, could you help me find this address?" We love being the center of attention, so concentrate on trick number 7 with her and talk about ourselves very little. Research indicates that we would rather talk about ourselves than listen to others. Let her talk as much as she wants to, so she can feel good and not see you as boring, but rather as someone who is discussing interesting topics with her trick number. The best conversations center on her, because when someone talks about themselves, it triggers reward mechanisms in their brain that produce feelings of satisfaction. Trick number 8. Give her a compliment. According to a Pennsylvania university, compliments have an interesting psychological effect on people's minds. A study found that giving compliments helps both the giver and the recipient, but 2 other findings were also found. First, we hesitate because we don't know what other people think of us, and second, We become dependent on compliments when we receive them frequently. This means that if you give the girl enough compliments, it can make her dependent on you. If you want her to like you while becoming addicted to your compliments, think of things about her that are true, so that your compliments are based on real observations about who she is. Improve your communication skills to impress others, especially women, by using tip number 9. Since research indicates that we communicate only 30% of the time verbally and 70% of the time through body language, we need to focus on areas that directly affect how we communicate. Most men don't listen to their voice when they speak or pay attention to their body language, which makes them less appealing to women. If you want women to trust you and approach you more readily, start with your body language. Keep your stance open. Keep your arms shoulder-width apart. Maintain a comfortable posture and raise your head high enough to make it easy to look ahead. Relax your tense facial muscles and keep a small smile on your face. You'll see how much of an impact these small body language adjustments have when speaking with ladies. After successfully implementing all of these strategies, it can appear that everything went smoothly, but later on you might realize that she's losing interest once more. What went wrong? Trick number 10. Leave at the best part of the conversation. The mistake comes in the talks you have with this girl on a daily basis. The brain records a lot of information about how engaging the conversations were, but it also draws conclusions about how nice or gratifying the conversations were based on the feelings you had while saying goodbye. When engaging with women you want to impress, talk about what interests them, make them laugh, and when you sense excitement, leave at that moment. If the conversation feels a little boring and you decide to say goodbye during moments when little emotion was felt, their brains will conclude that you're not very interesting. Conversely, if they're discussing something really interesting for them and then part ways while emotions are running high, their brains will remember those interactions, positively associating fun, intelligent stimuli experienced through conversations. Trick number 11. The FBI's seduction technique. As depicted in films, because of their meticulous psychological training, FBI agents are able to infiltrate a variety of activities and obtain information that is essential for operations. One tactic these agents frequently employ is mirroring, which we can use to effectively entice women while. In order to get important information about preferences, this method entails adjusting body language, posture, and voice tone to women being spoken to. It also includes repeating back to her the last 3 words she said. Hest, for example. I like the hest to subtly extract further information to emphasize those last 3 words, repeating back honest while raising pitch slightly. This way, she will feel valued regarding opinions expressed and proceed to elaborate on why honesty appeals to men. I appreciate you seeing the video. As I wrap up, I hope you found this video entertaining and, most importantly, helpful. If so, please help us out by liking and subscribing to our channel. I hope to see you in the future video.